This is the golden rule. Let's talk about it. We don't gotta walk around it. Your Bluetooth, the new tennis shoe. We finding new balance. Faith, family, and talents. How we find God around it. East y'all got the ox now. This your favorite channel. What we on Faith Talk? This a good space to talk. We gon' cross every road if we got a jaywalk. What we on sports now? No, this ain't Sports Center, but ever since Acock, the boy had the sport in him. Man of the house now. What we talking family ties? My dogs won't talk to me. Surely I'm a family guy. You can bring the conversation to me, get it analyzed. Men lie, women lie, the truth should be baptized. Whatever you put into this world is what you getting back. So while you listening in your car, try and sit with that. While you listening in the gym, try and lift the mat. This is Podcast and Cool. Welcome to the Golden Rule. It's golden, baby.
Orange was up here.
That dude.
Oh, yeah.
Dude,
Yeah.
shot his shirt
Yeah.
3 times before walking
How
there.
the shirt was at his neighbor?
with his collar popped. Like he was
Hold
fresh.
on, his collar was up.
His collar was up.
Bro, from the
Hey,
moment,
you know,
the
hey,
moment
you know
Ed
when
walked
cats,
in,
you know
bro.
when cats first get like real big and like they want to like test the limits to their size.
Yeah.
Oh my God, bro.
My
Testing the limits of that
my
shirt.
guy Eddie tested the limits to his size. You know, and because you know he looked like
Every
Eddie
fabric in
always
that
been like a this shape dude, bro. Eddie's hitting the gym kind of tough, right? So he has to show me all
Oh
those
my
no diddy.
God.
So Eddie came to the club with the polo joint that looked like he just painted on. You seen like the pasty paint?
Yo, man.
You can tell nothing with the sleeve and nothing. Like his buttons
Nothing.
was like chalk on his chest.
Hey, Nick, hey, y'all, hey, everybody was clowning
And
that
then-
who night.
And then he had the nerve. He wore the skinnies with the boots.
Yo, hey, what Fontaine say? Fontaine came. He said, "Hey, man, don't worry about what none of these fools say, man. You look good."
Because that's what he wear. That's what Fontaine wear right there.
Good and terrible.
Same fit. That's what Fontaine wear. The same fit.
Yo, hey, I'm gonna tell you, I'm hitting the palm bumps. Hey, I'm gonna tell you when I'm gonna tell you when I was in good shape. I was in very good shape, but I knew I wasn't that boy. We went to Oklahoma City. Me and Dwayne. I think this was one of the last times we came to Oklahoma. We stayed with M Dollar for like a few days. And M Dollar was like, "Hey man, hey, let's go to the gym." I was like, "Oh, yeah, let's go," because I'm in pretty good shape. Man, we went up in that gym, dog. That dude M Dollar put me through a workout. Hey, remember this M Dollar? I was like, "Hey," I said, "Marcus, man, I gotta throw up, bro." He said, "What?" Bro, this ain't me, bro. What kind of workout is this? I gotta work out. He said, "Oh yeah, I put you on that bodybuilding workout." Yeah. Hey, I ain't gonna lie. I was in the gym, like throwing up, and I was like, "Yo, bro, I gotta throw up, bro. I ain't used to this."
Last time me and Dennis kicked it, right? I came and just pulled up on him with that. We just talking about life. He's like, "Yeah, I'm about to go to the gym, bro. Why don't you come work out with me?" I'm like, "Yeah, man, I'll go to the gym, work out with you, man." Love said. Get into the gym. He go, "All right." He go, "I've been on this Body State University. Shout out my boy Mike Suttles, man, doing big stuff with the fitness, right?" And so he go, "All right, man." He go, "These workouts is dumb." Like, "All right, man, you know what I'm saying? I'm with the bro. Like, I ain't gonna punk out on the workout." You know,
Right.
"All right." We go, "I'm just letting you know." So we get to working out, man. Yeah. It's the first damn event. we
First event.
Right, and first day, I'm calling it an event because it was like an event. We had to do so much shit, and it was just one.
Oh, yeah.
Right? I'm like, damn, all right. I get to get into it. He looked at me. He like, "You about to quit, huh?" I was like,
and then it said it just like that too. That's how I did.
He looked right at you. Like we kept to say because frame for frame, me and Dennis kind of got similar frames, right? But he been doing this workout longer. And I'm like, "All right, man, if he do it, man, I can do this, man." Ego just talking to me like, "Hey, don't be no bitch in this workout, bro." Got to doing it. Got done with that one. He kind of looked at me. He's like, "Yeah, you about to quit, huh?" He's like, "You want to go down and wait?" I was like, "Nah, man, let's go finish this out." Boy, I must have died walking out that shit.
Yeah, man. Hey, Dennis, he owned it. He owned it now.
I came in there like, "Yeah, I mean, I got this, man. Yeah, I mean, I ain't tripping. I work out, man. I do PC every day. I ain't worried about it." You go, "All right, man. Say what you used to." Yeah, it wasn't.
To this day, I don't got no workout friends.
Trying to lift my arm and drive.
I don't work out with anyone.
What else you got for us?
Hey, y'all know there's a little bit more I got, but I know Jesse, you gotta go.
Nah, you good. I ain't too pressed for time, bro. I can jump. I'm gonna jump in there a little later.
Yeah. But the main thing is this, man. And I know Jerry joined late. But the main thing is, man. Okay, good. Now you good. But most of y'all got kids. Most of y'all got kids, and most of y'all have boys. Dennis, you got boys. BK, you got boys. Tristan, you got a boy, right?
Yes, got a daughter. Oh, you saying we all have boys? I got.
Yeah. Most of y'all got. Yeah, I know. Dennis does have daughter. Yeah, but I said all that to say it's very like we got a 12-year-old, and he's in the stage now where he's ultra smart. Like it's to the point where he's so smart. He knows how to he thinks at a different level than most kids his age, but he's as far as friends, like I say, man, these kids nowadays they don't really go outside. They don't really go outside a lot. So what we had guys in our circle who again held each other accountable, and as we're young 19 20-year-old kids, because that's what we are, our brains ain't developed, so we're literally kids. We're turning into the codes and the principles and the ethics that we have now as men with kids. We actually literally help develop that for each other. Really, realistically speaking, we help develop that for each other. I'm afraid for this generation that's coming up now, man, because a lot of these kids are influenced by social media. We were in the beginning phases of social media, but for the most part, we collectively as a group of young men helped each other develop the principles and morals that we live by now. But this generation of kids nowadays don't. So the main reason that I wanted to do this episode was so that we could put out there, man, as parents, the parents today, y'all gotta monitor the kids that are an influencer on your kids. Like when CJ want to hang out with his friends, we want to know who they are. We want to know the parents. It's very important that we do that, man, because like I say, social media are raising our children now. Whether we like it or not, they are.
Well, I mean, Eddie, you say that, like you say, I mean, you can only monitor so much, because if you remember in school, that's when you made all your real friends. Like all your friends you didn't have your parents getting any blessings off on the people that you were chilling with. And these kids, a little bit about that, these kids, they lose that mode of communication because they like video games and online. So they forget how to do regular social face-to-face interaction cues. They don't remember because they never did it. So the whole conflict resolution with new friends, forming new friends, off of something organic that basketball or something hanging out, they're not doing that. So they're more led to be, sitting playing a video game for 8-10 hours online with friends or friends they meet online. Like it becomes harder to, if he meets an online friend and it's on his phone or something that you're not tracking, how are you going to know what that relationship is?
I'll tell you how we do it. So we monitor his online activity. Not only that, but let's just say if I'm gonna use that for example. Let's just say if he meets a friend online, right? And he comes to us like, hey man, such and such wants to invite me to the skating rink. We want to go meet him. Well, then we are literally, all right, we're taking you. We're gonna go with you, right? We're gonna meet their parents. Because if you think about our circle, I know each and every one of y'all parents. I met them. Your auntie, Dennis, Jesse, Miss Brown, Mom Brown, your pops. You know what I'm saying? B. Kane, your mama, your grandma, M. Dollar, your parents, Jerry, we met your parents, Tristan, we know your like everybody knows. The only Al, y'all know who was my guardian. Y'all didn't meet my mom because my mama never came, but everybody knew who's each other's parents, and y'all parents actually talked to us and got to know who we were, so they could know who their sons were hanging around on a daily basis. Because again, like you said, Dennis, like y'all seen me. And I seen y'all more than anybody in my family. So that's to answer your question, Dennis. we got to make sure that our kids are surrounded with people like us, and we have to get involved in who they're dealing with. I think we can't afford not to get involved with who they're dealing with. That's why, like, when CJ, comes to us and be like, hey, I want to go to this, they want to have me over for a sleepover. Yeah, we need to meet these parents. I need to talk to him and see whose house he's going over to sleep over, so I can, figure out if this is a situation we want you in. We got to, you know what I'm saying, and make sure that our kids are surrounded by guys like us when we were kids.
That's fair. And like social media has kind of taken away like social interaction, but it really boils down, honestly, in my opinion, like the core values we instill into our kids, right?
Sure.
For as us growing up, we were around stuff, but we were kind of sheltered to what kids see on a daily basis on social media now, right? Like we had like the BET Uncut, you know what I'm saying? We had to stay out real late to get it, right? But you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm talking about? Right?
12 a.m.
We were kind of sheltered to a lot of things that kids can just see on YouTube, like right now. You know what I'm saying? So building that solid foundation, with your children to kind of teach them like the right and wrong helps them move forward. And also just trusting and being not like too trusting, but hey man, I've taught my son well enough I know that he'll be a good character judge. Teaching him how to look for character traits that would resonate to him and that he would follow or he would want to be associated with. So that's a big thing I think we have to do, as parents for not just our sons, our daughters as well. Because like damn man, it's a game called Baddies on Roblox that Alana play, and it's like Ice Spice girls dressed up and stuff like that, and it's on a video game.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I don't want to be just a helicopter parent, be like, nah, you can't do that, and they grow resentment. I got to trust them and kind of teach them like kind of how the world moves at a young age that we didn't get taught like that because, you know what I'm saying, we were pretty much, we had the church in our family. We didn't really have too much, negative on the outside. So just having that understanding with your children would pay dividends, I think.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what Tristan said because I probably outside of Dennis, I've been a father the longest. Which I have been a father the longest. Me and Dennis have been a father the longest. My daughter is 20 years old right now. And then Tati's what, 18, 19?
19. She just turned 19.
So she's right after Kiki.
That's crazy.
I think what I've done,
it's crazy.
I've always kind of had that old school, like my parents raised me, but I have a new school switch to my kids. Like Kiera and Tom was raised a little different than KK, Dominique, and Lay is. But it's always been like what Tristan said. Like I feel like as a parent, I have to instill these values and core values in my kid that I want my kid to understand and become. And I have to a certain point when they get to a certain age, I have to be able to trust them to go out in the world and do, what they were raised to do. There's no way that I can monitor everything they do. It's too much. It's just too much. It's like it's too much to combat. So at the end of the day, yes, you got to monitor CJ. Yes, you got to monitor the kids. But at the same time, they have to understand to find those red flags and say, nah, I ain't gonna do it. Because we was curious too, I don't want to get too explicit on here because I don't know who's watching, but I mean, these kids have porn at the click of a button now for free. Yeah. For free. Like it's so much stuff. Man, you can block it from the internet. They can get a VPN and unblock. There's so much stuff these kids can do. And so at the end of the day, the bottom line is training your kids up to understand what they're looking at and what they're doing. Because you can only monitor so much. You know what I mean? Same thing with our parents. My parents didn't play that. I grew up around Auntie a lot. Before I met a lot of y'all, it was me and Dennis. You know what I'm saying? Growing up around Auntie, and Auntie didn't play, bro. And so, and we still did things. We still got away with things. My parents didn't play, and I still did things. But at the end of the day, as an adult now, like those core values that my parents instilled in me, like it's beating my brain now. You know what I mean? So I don't want to get outside certain lines to jeopardize, what I got going on. And so at the end of the day, our kids are going to make mistakes. They're going to do things. They're going to look at stuff. They're going to do things they're not supposed to do. You know what I mean? But the biggest thing is when they do, they have to know how to navigate through the crap. And if they don't know how to navigate through the crap, then they're screwed. And that's the biggest thing with raising young men. That's why I got 4 daughters, and then Tone is my only son. Is like, my relationship with Tone is not like my relationship with my daughters. Y'all know that I've always been tough on Tone, and but it's me trying to train him to get ready for the bad stuff in the world, not the good stuff in the world.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Some people may disagree with me by training my son like that, but I want my son as a young black man to be able to, when these obstacles come, like, you got to know how to navigate, bro. Like, it can't be no feeling sorry for yourself, looking down, looking for the next man to help you. Like, nah, bro, you got to tuck your chin, and you got to get through it. You know what I mean? So my whole way of raising my son has been that. Now my daughters are different. I have to teach them how to be, submissive to a good man, if that's what they choose to be when they get married. I gotta teach them, other stuff. My wife is here to do that too. But so the raising up your child, at the end of the day, bro, it's those core values, man. Because once they got those core values, bro, they understand how to navigate when the bad stuff does happen, or when they find something, or they do something they ain't supposed to do. And my last thing I'm gonna say is, I've always been scared that I would be the parent that my kids can't talk to.
Right.
Oh, yeah, for sure. For sure.
So, like I said, Tone and Kiera was raised a little different. It was hard nosed with them. I didn't play. I was around them. I didn't play with them. But KK, Dominique, and Lay is a little different, because I don't want my kids doing something stupid and having to hide it from me.
Yeah, right. They're too scared to come when it's
dumb and it's detrimental. I need to know before they know.
Yeah.
Right.
So I know how to take care of you, and I know how to make sure you're okay. I don't want to come find out by somebody knocking on my door or whatever the case may be. So I want them to have that trust to say, man, let me call my daddy, man. This is what's going on. And I tell Tony that every day, bro. If you go out here, you're not supposed to be drinking. You're not supposed to be smoking. But if you go out here and decide to do that before you jump your butt in the car, you better call me.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
You better call me. I'll come get you. I don't care what you ain't supposed to be drinking. No, but I will come pick you up. I will come get you. I'd rather you be in my house, hungover, living, than in somebody ditch dead because you decided to hide drinking from me.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, man, those core values, like Tristan said, bro, that's the biggest thing to me is it's too much to combat, bro. I know I was
for sure.
My bad.
Yeah, you good, bro. That was good, man. I got a rule for my kids, man. Like, if you tell me the truth, you don't get in trouble. Like, you know what I'm saying? I can coach, I can tell you, what you did wrong, and we can navigate that. But if you lie to me, then we have to figure out, like, why you lying. Like, you know what I'm saying? Then we'll go into punishment. But if you can just be like, Dad, I feel like this, or Dad, I did this, or whatever. That's cool. I can talk to you about it. I can tell you how I feel about it. You're gonna have your feelings. Like, I allow my kids to express themselves to an extent, you know what I'm saying, and still in a child's place. But you know what I'm saying. But I allow them to talk and be them. So if they just tell me the truth, it's no need to get upset, for me to yell, for me to do anything. I can just talk to you about it. And I think now that resonates better with kids. Like, we resonated with the belt. We didn't want that.
Yeah. Right.
Now it's like, whatever. You know what I'm saying? So just having that open dialogue with your kids, you know what I'm saying, is big. It's big time for me.
I don't want to combat what you're saying, because I'm the same way. But I want you to take this approach. And I'm not no freaking godfather or fathering nobody.
Nah, bro, we brothers. I'll take that.
As they get older, bro, because I used to tell my kids the same thing.
Mm-hmm.
Raising minority kids, bro, as they get older, they gotta understand that sometimes just because you told that truth, there's still consequences.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So because don't get them to the fact where they like, well, if I tell the truth, everything is okay.
Right.
Nah, they gotta understand me telling the truth allows me not to have to lie again. You understand?
That's well put. Yeah, well put.
Allows me to be like, okay, that's all for me. I told the truth. I admitted to whatever I did wrong. There may be some consequences because I did this, but now I know I don't got to go back and lie, and consequences become even more.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
That's fair.
Very well said.
Yeah. If you don't mind, man, I want to say something on this, man, because if you don't mind, I'm gonna say something on this too, man, because when my baby girl was born, man, it caused me to up and join the army, be one of the first to to get up out of Lawton. But my baby girl just turned 18 today. And like the way I raised her is raised in different circumstances because, me and Naya's mom didn't make it. So we both, she was being raised in two different households, but it was, I still raised her in the fact that, you're going to respect your mom, you're going to respect your dad, you're going to respect your stepmom, you're going to respect your stepdad. And just like you're saying, Jess, when she's caught in those, when she's caught in doing something she's not supposed to do, even though she told the truth, there's going to be consequences to those actions, right? And I would say that with my daughter, I was a little more careful because she first. You know what I'm saying? Not to say I was scared to do certain things, but I was more so worried that if I did something and I was a little more harsh, that it would kind of push her away from like wanting to tell me certain things, which isn't the because now that she's 18, she's an adult now, like she can still tell me everything, right? So my son, on the other hand, he's more like me, like when I was a kid, but at the same time, as far as like the whole, you know what I'm saying? Like we keep him involved in like sports. He plays soccer, he plays baseball, he plays football, he plays basketball, and we keep him busy with those things so that when he comes home from school, he finishes his homework, he wants to go outside. Yes, he likes to play his video games, but he wants to go outside and play with his friends. So like my son, I'm not so much worried about like him getting so stuck into the social media fad and to where he's stuck in the house. My daughter more so, she was on that where we had to worry about who she was talking to online. Like when I would get her, she'd be on her Xbox and I'd be like, yo, who you talking to? Oh, I'm talking to my friend Junior. Who's Junior? Blah, blah, blah. You know what I'm saying? Like I got to figure out who these people are that she's communicating with, because now I'm like, all right, like what's this person's intention? Because I've never met them in person. Nah, I don't think that's going to be an issue with him, because even though he likes to play games, he also likes to be outside playing those sports, and he wants to make those friends in person. And like I said, he's raised with his mom and dad. So, like both my kids, like I said, I love both of my kids to death, man. The lessons that I'm teaching them, like I'm trying to teach them both the same lessons, but with it being my daughter and my son, it's a little different with the things that I did with my daughter, and what I did with my son. So, right. Overall, man, like for us all, we all know being a parent is a blessing. Like our kids are a blessing. Our kids are the best parts of us.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying? Like they're the person who we really like. They're the ones who are going to like truly amplify who we really are. So that's really all I had to say on that, man. I just wanted to put my piece out on that.
Can I add to
bro? Well said.
What happened, Jerry?
No, so I just want to piggyback on what Dwayne just said.
Yeah, go ahead. We hear. Can you hear us?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. First of all, I appreciate everybody with the transparency, man. And some of y'all may not know my situation, but me and the wife, we're going through a divorce right now, and it's been like a rough last year and a half. But I want to piggyback off what Dwayne said, because in essence, right now, me and my kids' mother, the only woman I had kids with, that didn't work. But then the co-parent thing, that's one thing to be mindful of, just to see how we're going to communicate. So just. Oh man, my little man.
What up, dude?
What up, boy?
What up,
man?
Yeah,
What up, little man?
This Action Jackson.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
But
all the do, come on. No, but what I was about to say, man, like, yeah, even with this, going through this separation, divorce stuff, my little man was 1 when this happened. My daughter was 5, about to be 6. So just knowing, communicating with my daughter, letting her know it's not her fault, while we're in the situation, and being more mindful, because she's starting acting out in school. So a lot of these things
just as it's not just about the world. Sometimes we be mindful how we move and how that's affecting our kids, whether you realize it or not, and have these conversations that make sure how we operate. And for me as a father, if there's something I'm doing that you dislike, you know, just treat it just as a regular person and see how I can be a better father. And through her, I learn how to deal with women better because I want her to be able to be mindful, you know, as a woman as well, and also learn again from me. I messed up with women as well, even my mother. But just to say that, you know, we really got to be in our kids' lives, and not just our sons. Like, you know, I forgot who said that, but our sons and our daughters, just being mindful of what they're doing. And sometimes we got to be overprotected, especially in this day where we live in. Especially Dallas is one of the big sex trafficking areas that I've heard of. So I'm always trying to be mindful and basically operating like a single parent the last year and a half, 2 years. So, you know, it's a lot more stress. So I do. I just wanted to put that out there, man. You know, our kids, you know, that's why we do things. You know, this is our why, and that there's so much that we can be mindful of, and it's a reason why we have these kids, because they kind of keep us on our P's and Q's and make sure that we're setting our boys to be, you know, better men than we were, setting up our girls to know how to deal with the men we are now, not the men we were back in the day. And that is so vital, and learning how to communicate better, especially in a co-parenting relationship and things didn't work out. There's a lot of stuff that you don't want to have to bring onto your kids as far as, you know, mental health, emotional stuff like that, depression, all stuff I dealt with. You want to make sure you ain't bringing that type of energy to your kids.
Right.
Separate from what you're dealing with. You know, so I just wanted to add that Tiffy. Another thing about parenting, about not just outside we watch it for, but internally, make sure we're not doing anything that's harming our kids.
Yeah.
Make sure we're checking ourselves how we operate with them as well.
Man, I appreciate that, Jerry. Man, first of all, man, I apologize for your situation, brother. Of course, I don't want to see or hear about nobody going through that, especially a brother of mine. But you know, God will never put nothing on you that He know you can't handle. So just know that, and I know you'll get through it, man. It ain't gonna be easy, and we know it ain't gonna. It's not a good thing to go through, man. But you know, we're gonna continue to pray for you. Your wife, I met her a couple of times, man, or your spouse. We met her a couple of times, man, and I just hope that everything works out the way it's supposed to work out. Let me say that. Just stay strong, brother. You know, we didn't text several times, man. You know, if you need me, I'm always gonna be here for you, bro.
Yeah, likewise, bro. We here for you, man. I pray for you and your family, man. We've all got a few times, just because if y'all didn't make it, you know, as husband and wife, don't mean y'all won't make it as mom and dad, man. So I just pray y'all have that great communication, and y'all keep, you know, blessing those children of yours, man. It's gonna be tough, but you just know you got us if you need us. And just to speak on that, I mean, that's a pretty big thing for our group anyway, man. We've all kind of went through stuff, man, and we've all kind of had each other's back through all the downs. I know I've had some situations to where, man, I'd disappear for a while, and, you know, I'd get just random calls from like Dennis or Jesse or Ed will text me, "You good?" You know what I'm saying? Then I just break down, end up telling them life, but they'd always be there for me. So just know, this is more than a fellowship, man. This is more like a brotherhood. So we definitely gonna be here for you, and we love you, man. We pray for the best.
It's never, and that's another thing about this group too, man. It's exactly. It's never been no judgment, bro. Like, we joke a lot because in my mind, in my life, I feel like laughter is good for the spirit and the soul. So it gets me through a lot. So I try to impute that on the fellas, but it's never ever been judgment, bro. And also, man, mental health is very, very critical, dog. Like, I wanted to touch on that while Jesse was here, and for the people who watching, Jesse had to leave. We are going to do a part 2 to this, by the way, guys. So I appreciate all your comments. I've been getting comments left and right on Facebook and YouTube, man. So I appreciate the love. But mental health, man. Man, we are, and I'm not taking away or demeaning the task of women. I'm not doing that. That's a disclaimer. But, you know, men, we have a lot on our shoulder. We are expected to go through a lot and not show what we're going through. It's not cool. It is not quote unquote manly for me as a man to tell somebody or to show that I have been going through a lot. You know what I'm saying? That's not cool at all. And that hasn't been cool in society for a while. But the one thing again that I like about this crew is that I know if I'm going through something, I can go to the fellas, and show, hey, and tell them I'm going through this, bro. Like, man, what can I do? And not be looked at as a punk, even though somebody might joke and say, oh man, you know what I'm saying? Like, I know deep down they got my best interest at hand. And that's one thing that that's one of the things that I got a lot of partners, man. You don't find that in a group or a crew of brothers. You don't find that.
Right.
That's seen as a sign of weakness. Just because you express that you're going through something. And it's a lot of cats that's going through mental health issues, man. Like, it's a lot of cats that are going through mental health issues, bro, and they can't express it to somebody because of the fact that they may be seen as weak. And this crew has never been like that, man. So
I think we've always talked about anything that is serious with someone else. Like, yes. whether it's divorce, whether it's heartbreak, whether it's loss, whether it's someone dying, whether it's depression, whether it's suicide, no matter what we've gone through, I can reflect upon it many a times. There's not anybody's phone that I haven't called and just expressed how I'm feeling, how I'm doing. Yep. The jokes aside, if it's like when I feel bad or when I feel like everything's too much or when I need money or I need help, I need anything, I've never felt uncomfortable approaching you guys or feeling like you guys couldn't call me in the same breath.
Yeah. I mean, there's been a couple of times where I've gotten calls from y'all. Hey, man, I need this. I need your help, man. Can you tell me what to do in this situation? Or just expressing what y'all been going through. And shoot, I mean, hey, this show was created on treating people how you want to be treated. Do unto others as you would have them do unto you. What you put in life is what you get out of it. That's what the premise of this show was created on. And I know for a fact I go through things. And as a man, you're not going to get you're not going to go to your significant other or your wife like you would your homies. And I know that sounds weird, but it's true. Like, men, we're different. So like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it would sound weird to people who really don't understand the psychology of this thing I'm talking about. But I've always been able to come to the fellas and tell them, hey, man, I'm going through this. And all, like you say, Dennis, all jokes aside, like, literally I got the therapy that I needed from the fellas. Like, and sure. Not a lot of people have that. Not a lot of people have that, man.
No, yeah, man. It's just to speak on that, man. Like my brother passed away, you know what I'm saying, September 24th of last year, man. It was just 1 year anniversary, you know what I'm saying. August 8/24, July, August 24th, man. I'm getting my days wrong, man. I'm already messing up my brother. Rest in peace, right? So whenever it happened, all right, whenever it happened, and like people found out, the first thing that happened was the group chat, right? So of course Jesse called me when I was on the road to go see him before he passed. Like, I talked to him probably for like 30 minutes on the highway, man. He's telling me it's gonna be cool. I'm gonna pray for you, all that stuff. Right? Dennis hit me up. Like, everybody was like, you know what I'm saying, Tree, man, if you need me, bro, I got you. I'm a call away, right? So like the biggest strength that I had through the whole thing was walking down, you know what I'm saying, the aisle in church. Like, I didn't want to walk with my family. I didn't want to do anything. I just wanted to get shut down. I look to my right, and who do I see, bro? I see Dennis. I see Jesse. You know what I'm saying? I see everybody from the group. That was one that could make it there, right? You know what I'm saying? Like, in my mind, like, they're there for me. One, I don't want like no mark when I walk down this road, because they gonna probably gonna, I'm gonna get some shots sent at me afterwards, bro. They gonna let me mourn for a little bit, but I'm gonna get shot. Oh, you cry like a man, you know what I'm saying? Like, you look real weak going down there, right? But the main, they were there for support, man. Y'all been my backbone through, you know what I'm saying, tremendous, ordeals in my life, man. So I'm really thankful and blessed to have y'all, man, because it's been some stuff, man, that's happened, like, to all of us, but to me, like, in general, man, that I've always had y'all there for support. So definitely want to tell y'all thank y'all. I love y'all for that, for sure.
Always, family. That's what this crew is about, dude.
And I'm get back off Tristan a little bit. If you don't mind, I'm gonna piggyback off Tristan on that. Dude, I remember the darkest time in my life, bro. And Eddie knows what I'm talking about, man. June 14th, man, 2004. Shoot, man, my pops passed away like right in front of my eyes, man. Very, very dark time. I remember that next day though, man, like waking up and like the first cat I saw has been down since like the 8th grade, bro. I remember Dennis coming in the house, man, and freaking, giving condolences, man, and that meant a lot, man. Like that helped push me through. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, man. I know Ed had said it when he did my introduction, man. I'm about to experience one of the biggest promotions in my career, and like my mom's is going to be there. This will be the first one she's been able to be at. But like I already know when I see her there, man, it's probably going to bring some tears to my eyes because I wish my pops was there. And it's going to hurt a little bit, but I know anytime I have like any type of like any thoughts, anytime, like I call Ed all the time, man. Whenever I had those thoughts, like, yo, I miss Pops, man. He'd be like, yeah, I miss Uncle Carl too. I know I can give you guys a call and talk to you guys about that, because just like you said, Ed, like for some reason, like there's this stigma out there that when there's like a mental health thing going on with men, we can't express ourselves, and that's because there be days I just wake up, man, and I just have tears come down my eyes because I think about my pops because I miss him so much. I talk to my wife sometimes about it, but I probably talk to you guys more than I do with her, that's not a good thing. That's something I'm working on. But I know I got you guys to fall back on, man. And once again, I appreciate shit out of all of y'all, man. I love all of y'all, man. All y'all my brothers. Y'all more than just my boys. Y'all my brothers, man. And I love and appreciate y'all for everything, man. And Jerry, I'd be remiss to say that when my pops passed away, you was there too, bro. Like you were there. You know what I'm saying? And like I said, I appreciate you all, man, for everything you've done for me, like going through those times. I love y'all boys, man. Like real talk.
Man, appreciate that, man.
Hey man, go ahead.
Go ahead, Jay.
You gotta get emotional, sure.
Yeah, I was about to say.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, Jude.
Supposed to drink up.
No, but there was Christian that was talking about your brother had passed, and my condolences. I
Appreciate it, Jay. Appreciate it, bro.
Eddie, I was there. I mean, Dwayne, I was there for your father passing, man. It was just that, I remember it like it was since you brought it. I remember like it yesterday, man. I would just boo-hoo in tears, man. But I realized that's who I've been. I've been to a lot of funerals of people's fathers, people that's close to me. And if somebody would have seen me and they're like, okay, they probably think that his father, the way I was crying. But and we talking about what we talked about earlier about that misconception that men can't cry, that toxic masculinity stuff. And I always wear my emotion on my sleeve, whether I'm drinking too much or whatever. That was something I always did. But now just having a better management of that. And I tell guys too, mental health is big thing. You need to cry, even going through my divorce stuff and other marriage stuff like that. It was a doctor that told me like the safest thing I can do for us as men is to cry, and that's the biggest stigmatism. It's the stigma like, nah, you can't cry, you gotta hold it, be tough. But that's the safest thing I can do. I can go smoking away, drinking away, go sexing away, whatever I try. These have been my coping mechanisms, which are not healthy. But crying is the best thing. Release those things, help you feel better. So I've always tell all the brothers I deal with, especially now when I'm going through, like, let those tears cry. And even some brothers I've been around now, they feel more comfortable crying around me because I don't have that stuff. Because you never know, we always got to have that safe place, and I got a lot for myself. I wish I checked in more with y'all as well, because y'all kind of got a more of a nucleus more than me. A lot of the stories, I'm not in a lot of those stories, and that's just how I've been. That's just military brat moving around a lot, more often than
you was at OU too, bro. You was at OU. By the time we started like really hanging tough, you had went to OU, man, and kind of you was in a whole different area, you know what I mean? But always came back and chilled with us though. Always, especially when I moved to Oklahoma City. That's when me and you really got close. When I moved to Oklahoma City, man, we went through some stuff, man, and learned a lot about each other, bro.
Yeah,
I got you back, Mark.
That's what life's about, man. Learning stuff, and for me, who didn't really grow up with a group of people, I mean, the main person I probably talked to in this group, now I know for sure I talked to is Dennis, but I hung out with all of y'all, you know what I'm saying? But that's my thing, you know, having some people to talk to. I do have a therapist I talk to because a lot of my groups, you know what I'm saying? I don't have a group of guys that like my main guys, like, you know, and I know we may have fell off for certain things, but so I do applaud you put this together, Eddie, because you're getting connected with some people. Because I do feel like I'm alone a lot of my days because I'm just so used to doing things by myself. Yeah, I didn't, moving around. I didn't go to school with these people. I didn't do all this stuff. Even though Dwayne, you know, got me introduced pretty much, and Dennis got introduced to everybody up here. You know what I'm saying? But still, y'all had a bond, you know, that I didn't have. You know, I came in, you know, a little later on. You know, so I speak about these things, and I'm glad that we have this brotherhood here. But that's something I never really fostered is relationships as I should have. And I know I get that from my father as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's something I try to be more transparent about what I'm going through. You don't know who's going to help. And also, if I got to shed a tear, I mean, at this point, there's nothing anybody can say that's going to make me feel less than a man, less than a father, you know, whatever, because I know who I am now. And I know that's been helpful to other guys to be who they are, you know what I'm saying? And not sugarcoat it, not be passive aggressive about it, not be fake or wear a mask. And we all wear a mask at a certain point in time in our lives, especially me. But once you get over that mask, and like, this is who I am, Jerry Raphael Dawson, whatever the good and the bad, this is who I am, that makes life a lot more easier because you don't feel like you have this pretentious holding up this mask to be a part of whatever community or organization you're trying to be a part of. So, right. I mean, I don't know who that might hit, but, you know, if any of that registered with somebody else, man, you know, blessings with that message right there.
Yeah, for sure. Jerry, you gonna always be my dog, man, and you know what I'm saying. Like I say, when I moved to Oklahoma City, you know why. But all of y'all for real were invited to my wedding. I wanted every last one of these people here to be in my wedding, but a couple of people couldn't make it. Trisha couldn't make it. B. Kane couldn't make it.
I was mad at that.
But there's a reason. There's a reason why. Look. Marriage is super sacred. Everybody knows that. But I selected the people in my wedding for a reason because they represented portions of my life that were very detrimental to who I became. And Jerry, I said all that to say, Jerry, you was in my wedding for a reason. So you're going to get through what you're getting through, bro. You got us. You got me here if you need me for anything. You know this. I'm a text to a phone call away, bro. And it don't matter if you text me before at 1:00 at night. And I've responded, you know what I'm saying? And my wife already know, you know what I mean? Hey, I got to go talk to my boy. He need me. So, and that goes for anybody in this clique. Anybody. Y'all already know. I didn't have the same phone number since y'all know me. My number has never changed. So, it's like that for all y'all.
Mine changed about 10 times. Shit.
For sure.
I think it changed now. You and TJ, man.
I think it changed
now. M Dollar, what you got, man? I told you, M Dollar is a man of few words.
Hey, man, look, I'm just gonna echo everything everybody else has said, man. We've always been there for each other. If any of y'all numbers pop up on my caller ID, it doesn't matter what time. My girl already knows. Look,
that's a fact.
Talk to him.
She's
talked to quite a few of my people, but when y'all called as a group to talk to her when we first got together, she was like, I can feel it, even though it's through the phone. Like, those are your real solid friends right there. And yo, when we were at your wedding, bro,
man,
she was like, yeah, okay, it doesn't matter. And I mean, Dwayne hit me up the other night, and typically my phone goes on do not disturb at 9:30 at night. Mm-hmm. But Dwayne hit me up at 11 o'clock. His number went through. And take this. And it's I mean, it is what it is. Just like he's got a celebration on the 18th. We're pulling up no matter what, moving everything else around because you boys got something to celebrate. We're gonna be there. We've been through too much through these years to not show up for each other.
Facts. That's a fact, man.
That's love.
$8 man. That's $8, bro. That's family away from that. Oakland, man, shoot. Part of the reason why I was thinking about moving back to Oklahoma is because of y'all, bro. Like, that's the only reason I would ever move back there, bro. And I've thought about it a couple of times.
What the wife want to do, though, man? We ain't worry about you no more. What the wife want to do?
Man, she ain't.
You staying nowhere.
You staying.
She ain't having
no doggone Oklahoma for no friend.
But I also know my wife too. Like
come downstairs and be like,
I know my wife. If it came down to it, to where I had to, she would be down.
oh yeah, that's solid.
B Kane, man, Papa Kane.
You see me, bro. I'm in and out.
Yeah, man. That's all. Hey, I love it, man. I love it. I love this side of B Kane, bro. Because the side of B Kane I'm used to. Wait. You know what I mean? You got any closing remarks, bro? You want to share?
Yeah, you guys have always been there. Even when I was going through my divorce, and I remember, Dennis reaching out to me on a sidebar conversation and just saying that, I feel compelled to tell you, bro, that, you're a good man. You're doing what you're supposed to do, and we love you, bro. And I often think about that a lot. I know all y'all talk to me, and, we've had our own separate conversations, but that just stood out to me a lot. And that really helped me like get through, some dark times for real. But I say, the mental health stuff, it's real, and it's sad to see that it's frowned upon men. It's we should be able to cry and without someone like judging us. We do go through it. I know I go through it. I got 3 kids, 4, 1, and this dang, she's gonna be 3 on Tuesday. I got my 15-year-old Nessa in Oklahoma. So just mentally dealing with not being able to not being able to physically have my daughter there, like my firstborn. That's a lot. So I lean on God a lot, bro. But to have y'all as my backbone and to talk about stuff. When I pulled up to Oklahoma last year or whatever, and I met up with Dennis. We got a one-on-one in, and we was chopping it up. Like that was fun, bro. Like I missed that. Hey, all right, you got one. I come back. You better be ready.
I got the
W. You better be ready. Yes.
We've all had our basketball wars.
Yes.
Oh, you
He caught the
I caught the L. I caught the L. He caught me laughing. He caught me laughing.
He was.
We gonna run that back.
He was mad because we could only play one game. He was hot. I could see it in his face.
I'd have beat him and left too. Dipped out.
I ain't gonna front. I was mad at free.
Hey, but I didn't say anything though. I didn't talk no trash. I didn't talk no trash.
I wish you would have been like that when we played one-on-one, Dennis.
Because the older Dennis, he would have said something. So the new Dennis now leveled
we
up.
almost fought, me and you, when we played one-on-one. That was a completely different thing. And you threw the ball all the way to the gate after you lost as well.
Yeah, man. Hey, B-Kane, man. I'm gonna tell you something, B-Kane, yo. When I found out you went through that divorce, that hurt me because your ex-wife was a huge part of everybody. Like that was our homie, bro.
Yes,
bro, that was our homie, man. Shout out. I'm not gonna say her name because I just don't want to put it out there. But that's our homie, bro. Like I ain't gonna lie, bro. Like, can I say this? We love you. Can I say that?
Yeah, for sure.
That's our homie. That's how I'm gonna put it. Like, no disrespect to nothing you got going on, your wife now.
It's been a long. I can't not. That'd be rude and disrespectful for me to be like, you can't like show her love or something like that. Like that.
Yeah, man.
That would be immature and disrespectful on my part.
I can respect.
As a mother of my child, bro. Like, nah.
Yeah, man. So, bro, I don't care. Dennis, we're gonna get to you, Dennis and Tristan with closing remarks, but I don't care, bro. I stopped caring what people thought about what I do or what I say or how I am really a long time ago. But now I don't care if people think that me crying is soft, if they see it that way, because for a couple reasons. Number one, I really can box. But more importantly than that, my mental health.
He said that.
outweighs everything, bro. My mental health outweighs everything, man. So anything you think of me, my mental health is way more important than that, bro. So if like for me, I cry often. Yeah, you ask my wife. I cry maybe not in front of her, but I cry often, just so that I can soothe and soothe my soul, bro. Because you know the mental stress that I go through on a daily basis, not here at home, but just at work and dealing with people's emotions and dealing with people on a daily basis all day, man, it weighs a ton on you, bro.
That's a lot, bro.
It weighs a ton on you. Yeah, it weighs a ton on you. Y'all know, y'all can relate. So before I get to Dennis, one thing I will say is this, as it relates to Dennis, bro. Man, I tell y'all, y'all can ask anybody. I tell people this all the time when it comes to Dennis, bro. Yo, Dennis is Dennis is the most clutch dude you can ever have in life, bro. Like Dennis really cares about you, bro. He really cares about people, bro. Like if Dennis is in your life, bro, like Dennis cares about you, dog. Like you and me and Dennis have had our share of disagreements, bro. But that's one of my favorite people, man. Like I'm being real with you. I don't care what people think. Like, man, Dennis is one of my favorite people because I know genuinely Dennis cares about me. And regardless if he jokes or not, Dennis, like, that dude is like one of the smartest people I know. I told when my wife first met Dennis, bro, real quick before I get to Dennis, when my wife first met Dennis, like the first thing she said was, man, like that dude, man, like he's ultra smart. I was like, yeah, man, like dude is super smart, and that dude genuinely has a heart, bro. So I just wanted to put it. I want to give him his flowers, man, because Dennis is like, Dennis is that dude, man.
Yes, bro. Facts.
So with me, like the things that we share, like, because I mean, most of y'all are gone, right? Everybody's in a different place, and I just like you'll notice in the group chat, I always tap in and say that y'all suck.
Yep. He does. He ain't gonna lie.
I get in it.
Hey, that's 100.
Like, we don't. And I know we're all busy. Everybody's important now, and we all have so many things to do that I think it's important that I try my best to tap into everybody's line one-on-one, and just if I'm not giving you a word of motivation or or how I know how hard this stuff is because I'm living it. Mm-hmm. So like in anybody's experience, whether I've experienced it or not, I know the word to give you that I wish that I would get sometimes. So it's like, I'll call you to give you that word because it's specifically a word that I know most people won't give, and it's what's needed. So if I tap your line, it's just because, I want to, after that thing with Mike Hyde and the thing with Reggie and
man,
knowing that the life is fleeting. Like I don't want the last time I talk to any of you guys or see you guys is something that's bad that's happened. So I tap y'all's lines to make sure that y'all are still communicating. Like, hey, we're still out here. Everybody's still doing something. We need to celebrate the wins together. We need to celebrate the losses. We need to reflect on what it's like as we get better, because we are what we have to get by sometimes. And it is, I don't think that it's bad to talk to your wife differently than you talk to your friends, because it's different places. There's different intimacy levels that they're completely offsetting. They both have their ways. So for you guys, like I'm always, every one of I'll call you, I'll talk to you, whether you talk to me or not. I'm gonna call you trash because y'all are some trash friends. That's just how I feel. But I'm also gonna do whatever.
Yeah, for sure. I know what you mean. We know what you mean by that.
Yeah, that's just my take on it.
Man, I appreciate that, man. Let me say a couple things, man. First of all, shout out to Kayla. Marcus is his lady, man. Yeah. Come on now. We appreciate you, Kayla, and we appreciate you. Listen, Kayla. We appreciate you for taking care of our partner. We really do. $Dollar is a gem, and we appreciate you for taking care of him and coming into his life, showing him something he ain't never seen before. Trust me, you showed him something he ain't never seen before. I'm telling you, $Dollar was not a social media guy. He was not that. $Dollar was not that. So for you to open that side of him, man, is huge, bro. We love you, man. Thank you so much. Tristan, man, you got any last remarks? My son is beating down my door right now, trying to.
Yeah, I'll keep it short and sweet, man. You
Nah,
got
you
everybody.
good. You not take your time, bro.
Man, just in closing, man, I love y'all and I'm proud of y'all. All right, so I mean, I couldn't have been blessed with a better group of brothers, man. I won't even call y'all friends no more. I mean, we've been past friends since Cameron, man. We brothers now.
For sure.
In my mind, iron sharpens iron. Just watching every one of y'all accomplish what y'all have accomplished in life has lit a fire under me that made me want to accomplish something equal to, if not try to be greater. And not in the sense where I'm competing, but I feel like if we're going to continue to be brothers, we have to match each other's energies and levels for how we're living life, right? We've never fallen behind each other. And if we have fallen behind, we've had each other accountable to get to a place where we needed to be in life to move forward, to continue our growth together as brothers, right? So I'm definitely blessed to have y'all. And I mean, it's been a great, great thing in my life to have, right? Mental health is definitely important for us, man. I mean, I know myself personally, like I will die on the hill of being a man in front of my family because, I am that backbone. I'm the man of the house, right? I'll down the hill and I'll shoulder that burden of, being that guy. But I know I do have a space with the bros if I do need to talk about life and kind of like express how I want to express, right? And like Dennis said, to pick up his, man, it's certain forms of intimacy, you know what I'm saying, and communication styles. Like I'm learning, mine, as well, with my partner and everything like that, to make sure that I'm communicating with her the way I'm supposed to, and being emotionally available to her because it's fair to her. I don't want to just be shut off and be just that typical. I don't want to say atypical man, but I still have to work on that as well. So that's something I'm trying to work on. But it's definitely a blessing to have you guys like as that. I want to say a safety blanket so I can get stuff out so it doesn't translate to me just having anger in the house. You know what I'm saying? Because that's never going to be good. Going to sleep angry is something that you never want to do. And just being angry in your household and having that energy is never something that you want to maintain in the household. If you want, love and prosperity, so you never want to be mad. But man, just to close, man, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all. I'm proud of y'all. Thanks for putting this on, Ed, man. It's good to talk to y'all, see y'all faces and stuff, man. I've been on the receiving text of trash ass friend a lot from Dennis.
All the time, bro. All the time.
Yeah, man.
You're like, man, this Mark, shut up.
I'm like 20 minutes away from bro, so I've been one of those, man. But one thing is, like, when it's time to tap in and we need to have a talk, we do have that talk. Consistency amongst us, being there for each other more than just this. I challenge each one of us to do that, to be there for each other, and just take the next step to our brotherhood. I love y'all, man.
Yeah, man, I appreciate that, bro. And we do in the group chat. We definitely need to stay tapped in, just a smidge more. We do tap in a lot, but a smidge more than what we do, especially those mental checkups that we committed to doing. I think we definitely need to consistently do those as well. We lost $, but we got him back. I was actually in the process of doing his closing remarks, man. So $, you the last up, man, for the closing remarks.
Man, I just want to say I appreciate you for putting this on. Not very calm and to have a group that over the years they genuinely together. Of course, everybody talks their trash, but when it's time to show up, we show up no matter how it's needed. Whether it's mentally, whether it's going through some stuff, or whether somebody's doing a celebration, or like we did for your wedding, man, we show up for each other. And I appreciate you and every last person on this panel, man, for being authentically you and genuine, no matter what the circumstance is. That authenticity is something that's rare, especially amongst Black men. So I salute every last one of y'all. And I'm going to do better and make sure Dennis don't call me a trash friend. I'm going to do better about communicating because I don't know.
Dennis trash too.
Even if you do
and he's going to get these fire bars too.
Oh, you think I'm getting
Stop playing with me.
Oh, man.
But love you boys, and we're gonna keep rocking till the wheels fall off.
Hey, man, man, we definitely appreciate you, bro. And look, as we told Kayla, appreciate her for taking care of you, man, and bringing something to your life that you hadn't had. I know you. And I know that that young lady there in your life is special. She has to be special to have had you and come into your life and have you glowing like you are, bro. So,
lucky man.
You know, yeah, man. Yes, sir. We are lucky men, and that's why I put a ring on it. Yeah, man. So, with that being said, man, fellas, man, thank y'all. Appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate y'all for coming on to the show.
Love y'all, bros.
Man, hey, listen, man, y'all already know what it is, man. Like, y'all my boys, man. 20 years strong, bro, and we're gonna keep rocking to the woods. The thing about it is, everybody look good, bro. I keep saying all the time. I know a lot of cats that's my age who partners don't look this good, bro. And y'all know ain't nothing sweet about Eddie. You feel me? So when I say y'all look good, you know what I mean? Health wise, not just physical, because we are great physical looking guys. Pause. No Diddy. Right? But yeah.
He drinking little formula.
Yeah, little formula. Hey, little formula. Yeah, little formula. Let's push it. Yeah, understand?
To get some of that ad money. Small liquor. Small liquor.
Slits.
Get some of that ad money.
You hear me? Some of that searching.
Let's gang bang. Hit us, we bang.
Yeah, I'm saying. Some of that ad money.
But hey, everybody look good, man. Everybody feeling good, man. And mentally, man, we got to stay checked in with each other, bro. So that's what I'm gonna leave this with today, man. We got to make sure that we continue to check up on each other, mental well-being. JD, again, bro, I know how strong you are, bro. You're gonna be all right. You're gonna be all right, and you got to be all right for them kids. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I'm good.
And I think, if I'm not mistaken, I am the newest father in here. I know M Dollar ain't got kids yet, but God, Lord willing, that's gonna come.
You the newest.
Yeah. So, man, I ain't got no choice, man. I'm sitting up, man. We ain't got no choice but to be good for these kids, man. So, man, y'all, everybody got each other's numbers. If y'all ain't got Jerry's number, man, get with me. If y'all, I'm pretty sure most of y'all got Jerry's number. If not, we'll make sure y'all get it. I'm about to add him to the group chat. If he's not already, I'm gonna add him to the group chat, and we're gonna go ahead and man, you ain't alone out here, bro. You got brothers.
You
know what I'm talking about? You got brothers. You got brothers, man. So we're gonna make sure that we're gonna make sure we incorporate you, man, and make sure we check up on you, bro. So, man, I appreciate you. I love y'all boys, man, and we definitely gonna do a part 2. I'm not sure when.
Next episode, who got the better dress form? We're gonna do that for my military homies.
Who got the best what? Who got the best what?
Who look better, in military dress? That's what we'll do real quick.
I thought you was about to say who was the best, who was the better athlete.
We all I'll throw that jumping on right now. That thing.
I got an EA. I got a test real quick. See what he's talking about.
Crispy in the mud, man.
Yeah, I'm talking about.
Why your finger like that, man?
Don't worry.
I this 04 over here, though, man. I don't 04 looking like, man, but I gotta.
We can do that.
Yeah,
boy. Man, hey, man.
Don't bring your scuba gear.
Don't even worry about it, because the drip gonna be wet.
Don't bring your scuba gear. Throw some water on the uniform, that thing turn orange.
That thing water dripping.
Throw some salt water on the thing.
It's gonna mess up your little sorry uniform too. Little gift bag uniform.
Don't disrespect the pink and greens, homie. Don't disrespect.
All right, fellas. Well, man, hey, that was the show, man. I'm gonna go ahead and do my close, man. And man, I appreciate y'all, man. I love y'all, man.
All right, man.
Appreciate y'all, boys.
All right, bro.
Yes, sir. Man, come on, man. Y'all boys be easy.
Yeah, like a fat girl playing dodgeball.
Oh man, so there you have it, folks. Those were a few of those are my best friends. Those guys that you've seen right there. I've been knowing all of those guys there for 20 plus years. Dwayne, I've been knowing him my whole life. Obviously, that's my cousin. But again, man, I just want to put this out there. There are a lot of guys from the time when I was in Oklahoma, when I was in school and playing sports over there, that I came into contact with that influenced that I came into contact with that helped me navigate over there, man, through that portion of my life. And I appreciate you guys. If I did not name you, man, I apologize deeply. I do. Fredo, man, hey, bro, all love, Fred, and hey, me and Fred got some stories too. Fred Burks, Fred, I love shit is what I used to call him. We got stories too, man. But that's my dog, man. Love, bro. And we definitely we need the link, man. For real, we got the link. But yeah, man. I appreciate y'all for sticking with me this long, man. I know it's been 2 hours, but hopefully y'all enjoyed the show. Please give me feedback, and we are having a part 2 to the show. We got to, because there's a lot of stuff we couldn't even touch on. A lot of things we couldn't tell, man. A lot of things that people want us to talk about that we couldn't touch. But man, I love y'all, man. I appreciate y'all, man. I'll see y'all, and y'all have a good day. One.
This is the golden rule.